Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Eau de Treasure. I'm Steven. Welcome back to my channel, my videos where I talk about discontinued vintage, rare and interesting fragrances that I collect in this country where I live, which is Japan. Some amazing stuff out there, guys, and here's another amazing find in here. There's actually two fragrances in here. I bought them together so that I can get a bulk discount from the seller. Seller has a whole bunch of stuff online. The seller specializes in selling fragrances, kind of like what I do, but this seller just has a lot of stuff. I'm usually selling like maybe 5 to 10 things at a time. The seller has hundreds of things. So this gem in here was sitting there for a long time. It was overpriced to Japanese standards, but not to my standards. So I had to snatch this up. In this video, you're going to see an original sealed, unopened 90s Armani Acqua di Gio. Oh no, it came loose. This really wasn't the best packing job. It's just sliding around in there. I mean, it's like, holy crap, is this a shitty packing job. I bought from the seller before. I'm gonna cut them some slack. Luckily, this stuff is sealed and looks like it hasn't been damaged. So let's do this one first. I talked about C word before in episode 156. This was the other fragrance that I had to bundle together with the Acqua di Gio. And this is an Herbal Life fragrance. And these vintage Herbal Life fragrances have some value because I guess enough people in the 80s and 90s used this stuff and really liked it enough to go to eBay and pay a lot of money for it. So how much did these go for? I don't know. I would say at least 50 bucks, 50 to 100 bucks a sealed C word would go for. CZ8125 if anybody cares about the batch code. Made in France, Herbal Life International. All right, Parfums Vitessence, 100 ml bottle. So this looks like an old package. I think there's two different packages for C word. And it was sold in Japan. It has a Japanese product sticker underneath this plastic. What does it smell like? This smells very similar to Polo Cologne or Polo Green. It's that really rugged, masculine, green, tobacco-ish chypre of a fragrance. All right, enough about this one. This is what you guys want to see. The modern Acqua di Gio boxes, the vintage Acqua di Gio boxes, they look very similar. So it's hard to tell quickly if one is a vintage or not. So you guys know what this is. This is probably definitely one of the most famous men's fragrances in history. Alberto Marias. It's another masterpiece by him, master perfumer. Sweet, slightly white floral and citrus combo. This just added an aquatic note to that. Because you know Cool Water came out and kind of started this aquatic trend in the early 90s. Is it late 80s, early 90s? And I don't like Cool Water that much. It's a little bit screechy for me. A lot of people say headache inducing, and I don't get headaches from smelling cologne, but I know what people mean by that. It kind of puts you off, but it was really popular in the early 90s. I remember it. And this is kind of a white floral and citrus version of it. The best-selling men's colognes in history. And here it is. So it came out in 1996, according to Fragrantica. Let's see when this bottle came out. So the first thing I'm wondering is if this is legit or not, if it's fake. See, I don't know. It doesn't have a Japanese sticker on it. So I kind of took a risk by buying this. And I think maybe that's part of the reason why it wasn't sold. I think Japanese people were kind of nervous about buying it. There's a batch code right there. 36M905. Something like that. So another clue is the address. 16 Place Vendôme. Some other clues on the back of the box. You can see Giorgio Armani Parfums, Luxury Products, LLC. So I'm going to check Raiders of the Lost Scent and see if I can pin down a year that this came out. 38M, and I looked that up. This is actually not a vintage box. You know how I said that it's tough to tell? Because the box has looked the same over the decades. I really couldn't tell. But I took a chance and I bought it anyway, and I bought it for a good price, so it wasn't that bad. But 38M, this is actually from 2015. So this is kind of a modern bottle. Nothing really that exciting. I thought this was from the 90s. I was hoping it was from the 90s or early 2000s. So Yeah, this one was kind of a fail. I say that because I really thought it was a vintage bottle from the 90s, and I was wrong. I didn't look closely enough because the description did have the back of the box, but I just didn't look for the clues that I needed to see. So I jumped on it thinking it was a vintage, and actually it isn't. It's a 2015. But there is some good news. I was motivated to find a late 90s vintage bottle of Acqua di Gio. Went online, looked again, like a day or two after shooting this video, and lo and behold, there it was. Here it is. I already opened up the package already, got through all that. I just got right to the bottle. Looked online, saw this, and this is the real deal. So this is a 50 ml. It's used, it's almost full. Guys, it'd be nice to find a sealed 100 ml. I'm going to keep my eyes open, but for now, this is the grail du jour. Here's how I know it's the real deal. First of all, look at the clues on the bottom. It says Cosmere. Cosmere is the old name of L'Oreal. So these bottles, these Armani bottles said Cosmere up until 1999. So we know that this is pre-1999. Then you have a batch code here, US329. Check Raiders of the Lost Scent. The second letter tells you the year. This is 1997, guys. This is a 1997 Acqua di Gio. So this was released in 1996. This is a 1997 bottle. Pretty awesome find right here. I paid about $30 for this, 4,500 yen. Again, it's not extremely cheap, but good luck finding a 96 or a 97 bottle of Acqua di Gio in this good a shape. And I have another treat for you. I'm going to compare this to a modern version. I'm not opening this one up. Probably just going to sell this and try to get my 50 bucks back for this, which shouldn't be hard. But I have this one. I got this one for like, I don't know, like a $7 or $8. This is a 2016. This one I actually just keep at my office at work if I want to freshen up after lunch. And I'm going to spray this on my left hand and spray the vintage 1997 on my right hand. Going to come back after a little bit and tell you if I notice any differences between these two. All right, got some of the vintage goodness going. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. All right, it's been a while. Coming back to tell you my impression of these two. So this one, the modern one, smells fresh, smells wonderful. It's no surprise this is one of the best-selling fragrances in history for men. And this one, the vintage one, have to be honest, guys, it doesn't smell exactly the same. It's a tiny bit off. Little bit off. Don't know what it is. I like this one better. So you could tell the color's a little bit darker, or obviously darker on the older one. That's not always a detriment. It doesn't always mean that it's a negative thing. If you look at a lot of the Creed Aventus bottles, a lot of the vintage ones turn yellow. They go from clear to yellowish. Some of them dark yellow or almost green. And those fanboys swear that they smell even better. So it's not always an indication that it's gone bad. But this one just doesn't smell exactly, what can I say, I guess kosher. It's just not there. So just being honest, it's cool to have an original, a 1997 bottle, but maybe I should keep my eyes open for another one. So I'm going to keep looking for a true grail. That would be a bottle like this that's from 96 or 97. And until then, I'm just going to keep looking. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. Like this video if you liked the video, and subscribe if you want to see more discovery of discontinued vintage rare and interesting fragrances. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Tell me what you think of Acqua di Gio. And until the next video, guys, take care.